Welcome to today's deep dive. We are looking directly at you today, and honestly at a lot of us. We're jumping into this highly focused article on the actual mechanics of ADHD procrastination.
Right, because if you follow this space, you probably already know that it isn't, just laziness.
Exactly.
But understanding the precise biological reasons why you get stuck it fundamentally changes how you approach the problem.
Yeah, and our mission today is to help you drop that guilt and to unpack four actionable strategies to finally get moving. The source actually uses this brilliant analogy for task paralysis.
Oh, the car one.
Yes. It's like imagine sitting in a car, you have a full tank of gas, the keys are right there in your hand, you desperately want to drive, but when you turn the key, just nothing happens.
Wow, yeah, the starting motor is completely disconnected.
Right.
And that disconnected motor, that represents executive dysfunction, specifically your prefrontal cortex, which is like the manager of your brain. It just isn't getting enough dopamine and noradrenaline.
Those are the specific chemicals you need.
Yeah, exactly. You need those neurotransmitters to literally bridge the gap between knowing you have to do something and physically starting the action.
So without that literal chemical spark, starting a chore just genuinely feels physically impossible.
It really does. And the article points out this initiation failure cascades into other areas too, like time blindness, wildly misjudging how time works.
Oh, yeah, like thinking a quick 15-minute email is going to take 3 agonizing hours to write.
Right, or thinking a massive project will somehow only take 20 minutes.
Ah.
And then compounding all of that is task aversion.
Task aversion.
Yeah. Because ADHD brains really struggle to regulate strong emotions, your brain actively avoids a task as a defense mechanism.
To protect you from the anxiety or the fear of failure.
Exactly. Or even just the physical discomfort of extreme boredom that the task triggers.
Okay, so if the engine is stalled and time feels totally abstract, how do we fix it? The text offers a couple of jumpstart strategies. First is 2-minute task initiation, just telling yourself you can quit after 2 minutes. And the second is externalizing time.
Right, making time physical because you can't reliably feel it internally. So using like a bright, colorful sand timer or a visual progress bar app.
Seeing it physically drain away.
Yeah, it grounds your perception. It takes this abstract, endless feeling project and turns it into a concrete, bounded block.
But wait, I have to push back on that 2-minute rule for a second.
Okay, sure.
If the root cause is this heavy emotional aversion, like a deep dread of failing, does telling yourself it's only for 2 minutes actually work? I mean, doesn't the brain just see right through the trick?
That is a really fair challenge, but it isn't actually a trick. It is all about threat reduction.
Threat reduction.
Yeah. By rigidly capping your exposure at 2 minutes, you lower the emotional stakes just enough so the brain's amygdala doesn't trigger a full avoidance response.
Oh, wow.
And that lowered threat level allows those scarce starting chemicals to finally release. Once you are actually in motion, the dread usually just dissipates.
Okay, sure. But lowering the threat level to start a task doesn't really keep you focused once you're like 10 minutes into something incredibly boring.
No, it doesn't. And that is exactly where strategy 3 comes in, which is body doubling.
Right. Having someone else around.
Yeah, working alongside someone else, maybe sitting by a friend at a library or hopping on a quiet video call. It actually comes down to mirror neurons and social accountability.
Oh, because having another focused person there gives you a baseline of dopamine.
Exactly. It anchors your attention.
It's like you're practically borrowing their executive function.
Essentially, yes, you are.
That brings us to strategy 4, which is dopamine reward bundling. So strategically feeding your brain's dopamine cravings by pairing a chore with a really high-value treat.
Right, like you only get to drink your perfectly frothed iced latte while you are sorting through your inbox.
You literally bundle the chemical reward with the challenge.
Yeah, but the author makes a really crucial point here. Trying to implement all these at once will just backfire and cause more overwhelm.
Right.
The recommendation is to pick just one of these 4 tools this week. Just start working with your unique brain chemistry instead of against it.
I love that. Drop the guilt and, maybe grab a sand timer. But before we wrap up this deep dive, consider this.
Okay, what is it?
If emotional dysregulation makes our brains avoid tasks to protect us from uncomfortable feelings, what if we started using procrastination not as a sign of failure, but as a diagnostic tool?
Oh, like a dashboard warning light.
Precise. A warning light to pinpoint exactly which hidden emotions like a fear of failure, perfectionism, or just deep boredom, that we need to address first.
Before we even try to start the task.
Exactly. Just
Fascinating.
something to think about the next time you find yourself entirely unable to begin.